All right. Hello, everybody, and peace of Christ to all of you. Our topic now is about cheating in Islam. Cheating is exists everywhere, have nothing to do with specific religion or, there's people who cheat, people who they are not decent. And this is not just something happening to Muslims, just to make it clear. We are not talking about this. We are talking about the idea of solving the problem. When the God of Islam, he spoke about cheating and how Allah, supposedly the God of Islam, he solved this problem, and how he announced the punishment for it. You see, if you go in the Bible, you will see that there is a severe punishment for a man who is married, or a woman who is married, or even if they are singles and they did commit adultery. Islam is different story. In one side, or one hand, Islam pretend that it is against adultery, but in the same time Islam legalized adultery, and we mentioned that many times before. If you remember the hadith where Muhammad, he says any Muslim man and women, they like to share bed together, they can do that for 3 days 3 nights. 3 days 3 nights. Let us see the hadith. All right. My keyboard is not a friendly Arabic keyboard. So Muhammad, he says if a man and a woman agree for sexual relationship, not temporary marriage, obviously this is sexual relationship for muta. Even here they use the word muta. Muta is a sexual joy. This is what muta is. So Muhammad allowing Muslim men to hire women for sex for temporary contract, and they get paid for it, and this is legalized in the time of Muhammad. Later the Muslim, they say this was forbidden, but there's no proof of that, because we can find many references that even the Caliphate, Omar and Uthman and Abu Bakr, they practice muta after Muhammad. As you see here, we ourselves, we had been benefiting ourselves from the temporary marriage. By the way, it doesn't say temporary marriage, this is fast translation from the muta, which is sexual relationship temporarily. You hire a woman, you pay her for sex in the lifetime of the Prophet, and then in the lifetime of Abu Bakr and Umar. So here we go, we have many caliphate come, and including Uthman for sure, and yet the Muslims practicing muta. So Islam always claimed that it is against adultery, but the fact Islam legalized adultery. But what you don't know, that Islam legalized cheating. According to the Quran, in order for you as a husband or you as a woman, by the way, the woman, she cannot do anything to her husband. I mean, that's it. You find him sleeping with different women, because even if you bring 4 women, they are witnesses. Their witnessing is not allowed in Islam. You have to bring 4 men. 4 men. You can go and read the interpretation for this verse. Just I'm showing you in front of you. They have to be 4 witnesses. They are men, not women. Even if there's 1 million women, they saw a man having sex with other women, their witnessing is not accepted. The witness of a woman in Islam is not accepted for any capital punishment. The only thing they are allowed to witness for is a contract for money, and there have to be 1 man and 2 women, which means in the case of money, 2 witnesses allowed, but it have to be at least 1 man and 2 women. They agree that they are good women to be witnesses, because Islam consider women half a brain. Here you notice that if somebody committed adultery, you find a woman, she is committing adultery. Now you want to prove that she is adulteress. How you can prove it? You have to bring 4 witnesses, and this is for the case of any kind of adultery. In this case here in front of us, speaking about women, they are lesbian, where women they should be jailed until they die. But if two men have sex together here, you just beat them with sandals, you don't kill them. But later those are supposedly, according to Muslims, abrogated, but we cannot find the abrogated verses for them. But however, the Muslims accept that the 4 witnesses is valid, and this is what you should do in order to have proof of adultery. But how you can prove adultery in Islam? First of all, what if your wife, she like to sleep around, and you notice that, and you know that? A man, he came to the Prophet and he said to him, my wife does not object anyone to touch her. Touch her here is not about touching, it's about they sleep with her. The Prophet said to him, divorce her if you wish. He said, I'm afraid I will miss her. He said, then stay with her as much as you need to. But the fact, he did not say that. He said, enjoy her the same as the rest. So Muhammad is teaching his men that forget about dignity and forget about honor. And where is Muhammad, the tough prophet who is against adultery? Why Muhammad have no problem that the women, she is doing that to her husband? Why Muhammad did not get angry and say, bring her to me, and investigate how she is allowing women or allowing other men to play with her? Muhammad, he said to the man, as if he is a hippie from Santa Cruz, California, where the hippie movement started. Okay, well, you like her, and she like everybody to sleep with her, then enjoy her as the rest, so you can share the bed with them, you and her. Okay, we'll have fun. Your wife is a whore. Okay, well, nice to meet her. And what is missing, maybe later he asked him, where you live, where's your house? All right. And the same hadith repeated in many places. It was narrated by Ibn Abbas, a man, he came to the Messenger of Allah, I have a wife who is no one must be loved of the people to me, but she does not object anyone to touch her. He said, divorce her. He said, I cannot do without her. So he said, okay, stay with her as much as you need to. So here Muhammad, you see, he is very friendly, all right, with the cheaters. Then we go and we find how Muhammad make it so difficult to prove that a woman or a man is cheating. Here a story that a man, he was having sex with the women, and Muhammad required 4 witnesses, as we said, and those four witnesses, they have to testify that they had seen their sexual organ going in and out. And here this is impossible. I mean, this is stupid. This cannot be true. How 4 men they will see a man doing that and his going in and out? I mean, the guy did not see them. 4 in the same time, like 4 enter the room in the same time. That's impossible. Same time, there's a story, but I could not find it for you in Arabic, but I will translate it for you in English. Maybe that will do. Let us see. Hold on. Where is the hadith? You see, we're trying to make the video short. Okay, I will translate the hadith into English because I could not really find you the hadith. I mean, from Arabic. I will use Google translation. Let us see how to translate the hadith into English. There's an option where you can click at the page and then you choose translate. Hold on, we don't want to waste time. Translate. Where is translate? Oh, pop, man. Okay, what about we click here? I don't know how to find where it says where in how to do it. And hold on, let me give me a second. Where is the translation option? Why the translation is not open now? Translate, translate, translate. Where is translate? That's weird. I mean, always translation happened. Now it's not happening. Let us see. For some reason, it's not working. I just did for the other page, it's work. Maybe in this page will not work. Let's see. Give me a second. I don't know what happened. It's not. There's an option. Okay, I found it. Hold on. I found the option finally. All right, good. It's here. Translate. All right, bingo. All right. This is the book of Al-Mughni, Tafsir Al-Mughni. And we translated the page as it is from Arabic. This is Google automatic translation. Here you will find that people, they came and they saw a man. Sorry, let me put the screen again. Hold on. All right. So we translated the page. Here you will see that people, they came and they found a man having sex with a woman. So the problem is there's a 3 witnesses, but look what happened. The man, he came, the witnesses, they came and they said to the caliphate, they report the story as what they saw. I saw something ugly. He said, praise be to Allah, who did not demonize the shaitan with the companion of Muhammad, etc. He said he ordered the people to flee and wear flagged. Why he flagged them? Those are 3 people. They came and they accuse a person of having sex. Why? Because they are 3 but not 4. Here you will see that the man, one of them, he said, I saw that the woman, her legs is around the neck of the man, like, oh, we switch back to what happened. I mean, what happened here? They changed the I don't know what's happening with this page. Hold on. Anyway, one of the witnesses, he said, I saw the man, the woman, her legs around. Let me see if I can find that in where this. I mean, the 15 minutes is gone and we are not done. It's hard to finish this topic in 15 minutes. Donkey. Hold on. All right. Do you see what it says? The man, the one, the where they were flagged, the witnesses. One of them, he says, I saw her legs above his neck, as if they were the ears of the donkey, and I do not know what is behind it. Do you want more? I mean, more than this? The 3 witnesses, they saw, and one of them, he said what he saw. He says, obviously they are having sex, and her legs is around his neck, like the ears of the donkey. But he did not see his penis. So Omar, he did not accept that. That is not enough. So in Islam, if your wife is cheating and you got witnesses, you are there. 2 more witnesses, 3 more witnesses, 4 more witnesses, and they see that your wife, her legs is around the neck of a guy. and make his neck like a donkey. He says like his feet like the ears of a donkey. And they are shaking, actually. The hadith says, and they were shaking hard. That is not a proof that they are having sex. And they were flogged, they were punished. The witnesses were punished for making such a statement. So how we can prove adultery in Islam? It's obvious. It's impossible. And why Muhammad he made it impossible? Simply, three witnesses, they accuse his wife Aisha that she was having sex with a guy, his name is Safwan. So Muhammad he changed the witnesses from 2 to 4, and he flagged the witnesses who accuse his wife that they saw her with Safwan. And since then Muhammad he practiced the same with everybody. So if you see a wife, if you see a woman and her legs is around the neck of a man and he is shaking her heavily while trying to be polite, that is not a proof of any sexuality in Islam. So how we can prove it? It's impossible. And this is why we say, you know, the Muslim, they say Islam is very practical religion. Islam is not a practical. Islam is fake. Islam is you know, is deceiving. This is why Muhammad he said in one of the hadith that he is forbidding men from going to their houses at night. And obviously Muhammad he was sleeping with the wives of the Muslims, as what happened with his own son, where he went to the house of his own son wife and he flirted with the wife when the husband was not there. If this is written in the Muslim books that the Prophet of Allah flirting with the wife of his son, so you can imagine what was happening for reality, because they will never speak bad about their prophet. According to the story, that when he entered the house of his son, the wind came by Allah, Allah is the one, and he lifted up the curtain and she was almost wearing nothing. So the prophet he looked at her and he said to the wife, praise be to Allah who made my heart flip for you. So Muhammad himself is cheating with his own son wife while the son is out. And then Muhammad he forbid the men from coming inside the doors. In one of the hadith, Muhammad he claimed that the reason you should not come to your house when like at night, because she need to shave her vagina. I mean, what kind of an excuse that excuse? Do you believe it? Don't go to your house at night because, and you need to tell her in advance. So do you come tomorrow? So your wife, she can shave her vagina. I mean, are we coming to a house of prostitution? Why the women she have to come, she have to shave her vagina? So each time the Muslim he wanna go home, his wife to shave, she have to shave her vagina. In different translation they say, so she will comb her hair. Look how they fabricate translation. Do you see the translation? Look here they say it. Look what they say, just to show you how they lie. Here it says to comb her hair, but look, it's what about comb hair? This is about shaving her vagina, not combing her hair. So the Prophet is making every way, every mean, so he can allow people to commit adultery, and he is, you know, obviously he is playing around. It's for the benefit of who? That the man should not come at night to home. It's not for the benefit of the man, not for the benefit of the family. The family will be happy to see the children, they will be happy to see their father coming back. Who care about the private part shaving now? I mean, why this is very important? Are you going, when you see your wife, you will kiss her lips or you will kiss her? I mean, why she have to shave it before he come? And why he cannot come at home? Okay, let us say he come at home. Can she shave it after? I mean, this is stupid. You know what I mean? So he came, okay, and so what if they live together? He cannot be home if her vagina is not shaved. So here you notice that this is stupid. Muhammad is promoting very weird habit between his followers, and obviously he himself is trying to not to get busted, and because his men they go to war, he stay home. The women, they are alone. And now, if what if they come so suddenly? You don't go to your house. No, you send a messenger. You knock at the door from behind the door. Hey, your wife is here. Your husband is here. He will come tomorrow morning. So the woman, she will tell her, okay, boyfriend. You know, there's a different hadith. Let me see if I can find it. Where he said that the man should not go home and because he might find something he hate to see. He hate to see. I mean, and not only that, Muhammad, in order to avoid bigger problem, he claimed that a Muslim woman, she can be pregnant for many years. This is Islam questions and answer. This is an Islamic official website, as you see. And the long this is a translation for the Arabic, by the way. This is the article, not in English. I use the Google translation. So here the question is, how long the women period to be pregnant? I mean, for how long? 6 months, 9 months? No. Look here, the answer. There is the bent in the Islamic school. So there is Islamic schools. According to Islamic schools, read with me carefully. The maximum length of pregnancy is usual period, which is 9 months, by the owner of the doctrine. Okay, this is number one. Number two, the maximum, etc., is 1 year. The maximum is 2 years. The maximum is 3 years. The maximum is 5 years in the Shafi'i. This is all the Islamic Sunni school. Those are Sunni, not Shia. 5 years. And then Imam Malik, the Maliki, the Muslim Sunni, they are 4 sects. 4 major sects, we can say. So for Shafi'i and Hanbali, your wife, she can deliver a child after you divorce her 5 years. I mean, imagine you divorce your wife, or let us say you go away to different country. You immigrate to America. You cannot bring your wife. And now your wife, she call you after 4 years or 5 years, and she say, hey, I got you a son. He cannot say this is not my son. If he is from the Islamic Shafi'i sect or Hanbali, he have to agree. All right, because it says here 4 years and the Maliki 5 years. Okay, and then here other school it says 6 years, and then other school says 7 years. And then I mean and then the number keep going until it says 10 years. All right, so here you will see the whole article talking about all those reference and all about why it is 10 years and 4 years and 6 years and etc. So how in the world we can prove adultery? We have to bring 4 witnesses if she is having sex, and if the woman, she deliver a baby later, even if the husband, he die after 3 years, still she can be delivering a baby, and nobody can accuse her of being cheating. So what kind of religion this religion is? There's a woman in Sudan, she was accused of adultery, and the lawyer, he is very well educated. In the court of the Sharia, he said, well, according to the sect, according to our sect, according to our religion, the woman, she can be she can deliver baby from her husband even after many years after his death. She is a widow, so you cannot accuse her of being adulterous. You have no witnesses, you have no proof, and the only thing against her that she deliver a baby. But as you see, that a woman, she can be still carrying a baby from the same man who died 7 years ago. So when we talk about Islam, we are talking about something crazy and something beyond imagination, nothing logical, and this is what they call Islam. Imagine you divorce your wife 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, and then she call you and she say, I have a son from you. Imagine you go, your wife, she live in Indonesia, and you live in Australia, and you never saw her for 7 years, yet she can still claim that this is your son. So Muhammad, he made it cheating legal. and proving of a cheating impossible. And you can get away with the cheating very easy. So I believe strongly Muslim, they claim that Islam is a very strict. Islam is very hippie. It is literally a hippie. You can have sex with 4 and you can divorce them and get brand new wives every day if you want. There's no limit. There's no limit. But you cannot have more than 4 in the same time. That's it. But you can divorce the same 4. You can divorce them and you can marry 4 now. You can divorce them after 15 minutes and marry new 4 after 15 minutes. As long as you have money, you can afford it. There's no limit. It's a hippie religion. And then all kind of relationship is accepted. So how we can believe that Islam is religion and Islam teaching good ethic if Muhammad himself was a cheater? I'm not going to keep the video longer because we are trying to keep it short. Please don't forget to download the video and share it with your friends. Thank you very much for being here. And if you like to learn more, don't forget you can get my books from Amazon, and we have them in all languages. Please tell your friends about our books. And like lately we have our Spanish book published for those who speak Spanish, and we have the books in German, Swedish, French. So please search for Christian Prince in Amazon, depend in your country, and you will find the list of my books in Amazon. So thank you very much for being here, and I hope we share with you good information for today. Until we see you tomorrow, good evening everyone, and good morning for those who they are in Asia. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and see you soon again. Bye-bye. Thank you.